Hey Flosstube, it's Karen. I just thought I'd make an appearance before Christmas. I haven't done a video since November, I believe the beginning of November, so I kind of wanted to do a video. And I've been so busy, haven't had a chance to do a video. But Darren's at work, Courtney and Rebecca just left, so I thought now's the time. It's going to be busy in the next few days up till Christmas. Tomorrow night I have grocery shopping to do. I'm going to go visit my best friend Amy and her daughter and bring them their Christmas gifts. Friday I have a doctor's appointment. I'm actually off Friday, so tomorrow I work, Friday I'm off, and then I'm off again Saturday and obviously Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then I go back on Tuesday. So tonight would probably be my only opportunity to do a video. So I don't really have I'm not very organized is what I'm trying to say. I have kind of a list, but it's all over the place. Actually, my daughter was just here and she was making fun of my list. But that's just Courtney. So, and she wanted me to tell everybody that she passed all of her courses at school. She's doing really good. So she goes back in January, and I think she is, I think her course ends in June. She's going to community college to be a steel fabricator or a welder. So that's what she's taking. So I thought I'd mention that. So maybe I'll start with my whips. So I've really only been working on the lighthouse. It's taken up hours of my stitchy time just because it's a full coverage piece and it's big. I think the last time I showed it I was on page 8. So now I'm finished page 8 and I'm working on page 9. But this is it. So far I've got over half done. I think this will take me probably another year to do, maybe, at the rate I'm going. So, and then I know I showed this in one of my very first videos. It is a snowman. I forget what it's called, and anyway, I'll just show it. It was finished, but it didn't have the snowflakes. And you really can't, in the video, see the snowflakes, but I have these little, yeah, you can't really see them, but there's one there. There's 12 of these little snowflakes. So I finished that. Now to iron and frame it. Now I'm still working on Elizabeth. Elizabeth is this one here. This is my, this is Elizabeth. My Carriage House samplings. So I showed that one in a previous video. I've made this one my Monday night project because I go to Stitchy Night with Jennifer every Monday night. And I find this one is the easiest one to take with me to Stitchy Night. So this is where I've gotten so far. I got a lot of the bird cage done at the end of November when my sister and I volunteer at it's called the Empty Stocking Fund. It's at one of our local high schools, and they raise money for kids that don't have a lot for Christmas. And we count the money as it comes in, but there's a lot of downtime in between when the money comes in. So we have to do something with our time. So I brought my stitching, and I got a little bit of that finished. But I will continue to only work on that one every Monday night. And then I'll start something new to bring to Monday night stitching. And speaking of Monday Night Stitching, the lady who hosts it sent me a Christmas card. She actually sent it to Jennifer because she didn't have my address, but when I opened the card, she had bought Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. So I thought that was really nice. And inside she had purchased also some handmade counting pins. So I've never used counting pins before, but I may try them. I'm not even sure really what to do with them. If anybody knows exactly how you use counting pins, let me know in the comments. So that's that. I have a list. So I'm going to cross that off. Elizabeth, Lighthouse, Snowman. Oh, a couple weeks, well, maybe it was how long ago was it? A few weeks ago, I went to Moncton. It's about an hour and a half away, to our not-so-local needlework shop with Jennifer. And before I went, I wasn't spending any money on myself because it was Christmas time, and I didn't want to buy myself anything because I was saving my money for shopping for other people. And Darren had said, when you get there, if you see anything that you want, just buy it and give it to me, and I'll wrap it and I'll give it to you for Christmas as part of your gift. So of course I spent $80 there, and I got I plan on doing, I have the pattern, I just don't have it in front of me right now, but you probably all know what it is. It's Nora Corbett's Christmas Eve Courier Santa's Sleigh. This one here. Oh, the glare is bad. This house is so dark. Okay, anyway, Santa's Sleigh. You've probably seen several people do it. Anyways, I've got that pattern, and I needed some Krennic, so I got the Krennics while I was there. And I got all the called for beads. There's the green and the gold. And all the floss, of course. Darren doesn't know that I took this to show in my video, but he was supposed to wrap it, and he never did. So I've been itching to start it. I almost felt like starting it. He wouldn't even notice that he didn't wrap it yet, because he bought me a bunch of other stuff. So, but I'll wait till after Christmas. And I also got the fabric, and I decided to go with, the color is Mirage. I don't know where, it's a 28 count Lugana. It's a mottled kind of gray color. It's really pretty, so I think it will look good on that. So I'll have to put all that stuff back in the bag and pretend I didn't. But he'll watch this video, I'm sure he will. He says he doesn't watch my videos, but I know he does. So, Santa's Sleigh. Cross that off my list. So, yeah, and I don't really have any plans for 2017 other than work on the lighthouse, finish Elizabeth, start Santa's Sleigh. I don't know. I have some little odds and ends, little projects going, too, that I don't have right in front of me. A couple of Christmas ornaments that I know I'll never finish in the next 4 days. But another thing is Jennifer, the other day, surprised me with a needle minder. It's a fox. And, of course, I love foxes. I collect foxes, so I have a needle stuck to it. But that was really cute. So that's my new favorite needle minder. And that's that. I also have to start working on Darren's mom's project. I've been putting that off because it's really hard to, the pattern's hard to read, it's colored, and I just, as I mentioned probably several times before, I really struggle with that project. Now with that being said, there's two projects I forgot I had. I have a coffee table in my living room that opens, and I keep all my stitchy stuff. It's my my little storage area. So I keep all my stitchy stuff, not all of it, but just kind of old stuff that I haven't really, like old hoops and stuff that I don't really use anymore. And I came across 2 projects that I started, and it had to have been at least 7 or 8 years ago that I started these. They're both tigers. I felt like I wanted a tiger cross stitch, and I started one and got tired of it, put it away, and then of course I started a different one. And I'll show you. I don't think I have a picture. Well, yeah, I lost the actual picture. I wonder if I could find it on my phone. I'm going to pause, try to find it, and then I'll be right back. Okay. I found it. It's called Bamboo Tiger by Dimensions. This is it. You can kind of see it. It's a tiger. You get the picture. It's just a tiger laying on some leaves with bamboo all around. It says this item is no longer available. It may be discontinued, actually, but this is as far as I got. It's on Black Ada. I got his front 2 feet, and then I got tired of it, and I don't want to stitch it. I want to throw it in the garbage. So, before I throw it in the garbage, I want to see if any of you fine stitchers would like to have it. It's already partially done. It comes with the pattern, which I can't show you, but I've got the pattern here. And the floss, and of course it's in as you guys would all say, it's a hot mess. Like look at this. Like, this is shameful. Yeah, that's what I used way back when I did Dimensions kits. Now it just looks like no. So I will send you this. I may straighten it out a little bit before I send you. So if you're interested, if anybody's interested, let me know and I will ship it to you. And if there's more than one person interested, I'll just do a draw after Christmas. So, and if nobody's interested, it's going in the garbage because I can't take it. I didn't want to stitch it. I got tired of it. I don't like Black Ada. And I'm not even interested in stitching a tiger anymore. I don't know what I was thinking, but my tastes have changed in the past so many years. And now, then I have another one. This one, Janelin Resting Tiger. There's that. This one I think is still available, but that's what I have here. Now I also have the pattern, and it's colored. Like I've highlighted the original, so these patterns will have yellow highlighter on it, because that's how I used to do things back before I thought of saving my originals and then just photocopying, making a working copy. I didn't get very far on this one. I'm not even sure if that's the top or if I think that's the top. So that's as far as I got. And it's kind of like a tan Ada. I think it's a 14 count. But again, this I'll never stitch, and I just want to check it. So now the floss. I don't know what I was thinking. But I took a piece of cardboard. Oh, well, I'll show you. And I cut holes. And I just kind of strung it along around. And it looks like it's DMC numbers. So with this one, if anybody wants it, I'll just I'll bobinate. I can't send it to you like this. This is ridiculous. But again, if you want my unfinished UFO, well, it's not an unfinished UFO because UFO is an unfinished object. That'd be an unfinished object. I don't know. I'm really tired today. I had such a long day at work, and I'm trying to get Christmassy. That's why I have my little blingy hat and my blingy shirt, and I even have blingy slippers on. I can't really show you because, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to move my camera because I had enough time getting it up straight. So maybe make a comment that you would like to be in the draw for Bamboo Tiger, or what was the other one? Forget her. Resting Tiger. Or both. And I'll do a draw after Christmas sometime and send it to you. And if you want to finish it, that'd be great. But that's it for that. Nothing exciting with me these days. Just stitching and trying to get ready for Christmas. And Christmas is a little bit more exciting this year because last year, if you saw my last year's Christmas video, we were struggling really bad financially because Dad had passed away 2 years ago in October, and we have his house, and we had to do renovations to his house in order to sell it. So that took up a lot of our money and time, and we have to pay the power bill and the water bill and the insurance on the house every month. And my sister and I both have our own houses and mortgages and insurance and all that. So we didn't have renters in the house for the longest time. We didn't want renters in the house. But last Christmas, we really didn't do Christmas. I did not have a Christmas tree. I did not buy presents except for my daughter and Darren's daughter. We bought for them, but we didn't buy for each other. Christmas morning, we had nothing to unwrap, really, and I was fine with that because I knew the situation and we just couldn't afford it. So I swore that this year we would have Christmas regardless if the house sold or not. We ended up with renters. Oh, when was it? I'm not sure if they've been in the house less than a year now, but mid-November we got an offer on the house. So the house is sold. I am so excited. The house is finally sold. It is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. The buyers did not want to close the end of December, just because it's just so close to Christmas, and we didn't want to have to give our renters 2 weeks notice. And now I've got an itchy. It's called the Flosstube itchy nose. Anyways, we didn't want to give the renters 2 weeks notice because that wouldn't have been fair. So we gave them 60 days. We gave them until the end of January. Well, they found an apartment for January 1st, so now the buyer is closing mid-January. So 3 more weeks, the house will close. We'll be able to pay off Dad's debt and actually pay off our own debt. So we will be in such a better position come January. So that is awesome. I'm happy about that. But we still managed to do Christmas this year because we had renters and we were renting we made no money off the rent, but it did pay for all the extra bills that we had that pertained to the house. So, and they kept the house in really good condition. So that's a good thing. I was thrilled when I found out we had an offer. So now it's just waiting till mid-January, and then we'll be done with that. So, and last year we didn't, like I said, we didn't have a Christmas tree, and I was skeptical about putting a tree up. I have 3 cats that totally destroy the Christmas tree every year. Every morning I'd get up and there's a million, well, maybe not a million, but several ornaments on the floor and under the couch, and I'd have to redecorate the tree every day, and I got tired of doing that, but I have to have a Christmas tree this year. So I was in Michael's one day, just after Black Friday, and they had a sale on a pre-lit 4-foot tree. So I bought it. It was only like $25. It was really cheap, and it already had the lights on it, and I decorated it with my favorite ornaments. I have a lot of ornaments, but my favorite ones are on it, and you can kind of see it in the background there. It's sitting on a table. The cats haven't touched it. They have not knocked an ornament off of it. They have not got up on the table with it. It's great. Now, Darren, he was a little disappointed when he saw it because he thinks that 4-foot trees are for old people. But, I mean, I'm 42. I'm approaching old, aren't I? But, yeah, no, I just did not want to put a big tree up. And I look at it and I think, yeah, it is kind of small, but it's better than nothing. And I don't have to redecorate it every morning, and it's fine. There's people out there that can't afford a tree. Some people don't have a tree at all. So I'm happy with my little tree, and I think it's growing on him. So anyway, so that's that. I've got you can see I've got it right here, this little snowman-y guy sitting on and I've got another one over here. They're my favorite because they've got really long legs, and they're all twisty, so you can kind of twist their legs around. And so I've got the place decorated just a little bit. And what else do I have? We're at 21 minutes. I told my daughter that I didn't want do a video while she was here, because she tries to make me laugh. And even when she tries or doesn't try to make me laugh, I still laugh when someone's watching me do a video. So, I think that's it. I have, I've been watching all your videos. I don't have cable, so every night I watch Flosstube. I don't know. There's so many Flosstubers out there. I'm having a hard time keeping up with them all. But I have my favorites, and anybody I've subscribed to, I get notifications. So I do watch most of your videos. I spend all night watching videos sometimes. Not all night, but like hours and hours and hours. So, and I don't know, sometimes I can't find new Flosstubers, so I rely on Jo Gregoire. She actually usually does, a shout out to the new Flosstubers, so I look forward to her videos. The end of her videos I like watching, and I write down all her Flosstubers, the new ones, and then I check them out. I think Kay does the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's Kay. So, and there's a couple others that do shout outs too. Can't think of them right now, but I like it when you guys do shout outs so I can see who the newbies are. So 5 of my favorites right this minute. I have a lot of favorites, like all of you guys you're all my favorites, because I don't really want to pick favorites. But these are my new Flosstubers that I just started watching, that I really enjoy. The first one is It's Just Me, Tori R. I really enjoy her, and she's doing some really lovely stitching for her daughter for Christmas. Danny B. I believe it's Becky's Land. Becky's Land, Stitching by the Lake, and Callie's Creations. So I know a couple of them probably have been on Flosstube for 2 or 3 months, but I'm just getting to use now. So yeah, those are my shout outs, and I don't really have anything else. I don't know. That's it. Well, I wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, or whatever you celebrate I hope you have a great one, and I'll be back probably January, and I'll do that draw. And happy stitching, and stay warm for you. Those of you have are in the colder parts of the world, because I know it's been pretty cold here. We had one day, it was, oh gosh, minus 36 Celsius. It was so cold, I just couldn't stand it. I was bundled up, but we were outside just going from the car to the grocery store or the mall. It was just painful. But we have a wood stove, so Darren lit the wood stove, and it kept the house nice and warm. But it's been very cold, and tonight is nice and mild, I think, because it's not, I don't even have my heat up very much, and it's nice and mild. But now, before I start rambling, I better go. And like I said before, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.